Antony and Cleopatra. Love, power, and the fall of empires. For centuries, the story of Mark Antony and Cleopatra has fascinated the world. A story of powerful leaders, passionate love, political conflict, and the downfall of great empires. Shakespeare's Antony and Cleopatra brings this historical legend to life through poetry, drama, and unforgettable characters. Today we explore this remarkable tale, how two influential rulers fell in love, how politics and war forced them apart, and how their choices changed the future of Rome and Egypt forever. This is the story of Antony and Cleopatra, a story where love and power collide. Part 1. Who are Antony and Cleopatra? To understand this play, we must begin with its two central figures. Mark Antony, a powerful Roman general, one of the three rulers of Rome after Julius Caesar's death. A brave, respected, and successful, but emotional and easily influenced by love. Cleopatra, Queen of Egypt, intelligent, charismatic, dramatic, and politically skilled, known for her beauty, but even more for her commanding personality. Once the lover of Julius Caesar, and now deeply connected to Antony, their love, though genuine, is controversial. Rome sees Cleopatra as a dangerous influence over Antony. Egypt sees Antony as proof of Cleopatra's power. Their relationship is not just romantic, it is political. Part 2. The world after Julius Caesar. After Caesar's death, Rome is ruled by three men.
1. Octavius Caesar, Caesar's adopted son. 2. Mark Antony. 3. Lepidus.
This leadership is known as the Second Triumvirate, but they do not rule peacefully. Octavius is cold, disciplined, and ambitious. Antony is passionate and torn between duty and love. Lepidus is weak and easily controlled. Rome needs unity, but instead conflict grows. Part 3. Antony in Egypt. When the play begins, Antony is living in Egypt with Cleopatra. He has put aside military leadership, political strategy, and Roman responsibilities. His soldiers whisper, Antony is no longer the man he was. Cleopatra enjoys this influence. Antony enjoys her company. Their love is full of emotion, joy, anger, humor, and passion. But it also distracts Antony from Rome. Soon, urgent news arrives. His wife, Fulvia, has died. Rome is in political trouble. Octavius is demanding Antony's return. Antony realizes he must leave Cleopatra, for now, and return to Rome to repair his reputation. Part 4. Antony returns to Rome. When Antony arrives in Rome, tensions escalate. Octavius is angry. He believes Antony abandoned his duties for Cleopatra. Antony defends himself, insisting he will prove his loyalty. To create political peace, one solution is proposed. Antony will marry Octavia, Octavius's sister. It is a marriage of diplomacy, not love. Antony agrees, hoping to unite Rome again. Cleopatra hears the news and feels betrayed. She rages, cries, and mocks Antony. But beneath her anger is heartbreak. Antony and Cleopatra still love each other, but politics pulls them apart. Part 5. War begins. Peace in Rome does not last. Octavius grows more powerful. He removes Lepidus from leadership and prepares to take full control of Rome. Antony, caught between Rome and Egypt, returns to Cleopatra. He abandons Octavia and chooses love over political stability. This makes Octavius furious. War becomes inevitable. The sides are clear. Octavius Caesar commands the Roman forces. Antony and Cleopatra unite Egypt and part of Rome against him. A battle for control of the entire Roman world has begun. Part 6. The Battle of Actium. The decisive conflict happens at Actium, a coastal region in Greece. Antony's experienced soldiers advise him to fight on land. But Cleopatra insists on a naval battle, and Antony follows her decision. This proves disastrous. During the battle, Cleopatra's ships suddenly retreat. Antony, torn by love, follows her instead of staying to command his navy. His soldiers watch in disbelief as their leader abandons the fight. Antony loses the battle. This moment marks the beginning of his downfall. Part 7. Antony's guilt and Cleopatra's fear. After the defeat, Antony is filled with shame. He feels he has failed Rome, his soldiers, and himself. He turns his anger toward Cleopatra, not because she betrayed him, but because he blames himself for following her. Cleopatra fears Antony's rage. She worries he will leave her or punish her. Their love becomes strained, not because it is gone, but because war magnifies every emotion. They try once more to fight Octavius, but Antony's confidence is shattered. Part 8. Octavius's final attack. Octavius marches toward Egypt. His forces are larger, stronger, and more organized. Antony prepares to defend Alexandria, but his troops begin to surrender. His friends join Octavius. Even his close supporter Enobarbus deserts him, a choice he regrets so deeply that he dies from guilt. Octavius sends a message to Cleopatra. He wants her alive, not to kill her, but to parade her as a trophy in Rome. Cleopatra is horrified. She decides she will never be humiliated. And this decision leads to the final tragedy. Part 9. The misunderstanding. Cleopatra hides in her tomb, a symbolic act, pretending to be dead. She hopes this will force Antony to act bravely again and test his loyalty. But the message delivered to Antony is wrong. He hears only this: Cleopatra is dead. Antony is devastated. His world collapses. He says, "I am dying, Egypt, dying." Believing his great love is gone forever, Antony attempts to take his own life by falling on his sword. The wound is deep but not immediately fatal. He learns Cleopatra is actually alive. He asks to be carried to her. Their final reunion is heartbreaking. Antony, bleeding and weak, dies in Cleopatra's arms. She cries out, "There is nothing left remarkable beneath the visiting moon." Their love ends in tragedy, but Cleopatra's story is not yet over. Part 10. Cleopatra's final choice. After Antony's death, Cleopatra becomes the target of Octavius. He promises her safety, but his true intention is to take her to Rome as a prisoner. Cleopatra refuses to live as a conquered queen. She dresses in her royal clothing. She places a crown on her head. She welcomes a poisonous asp, a small snake. The bite is painless. She dies calmly, choosing death over humiliation. Her loyal servants, Iras and Charmian, join her in death. When Octavius arrives, he finds them all lifeless. He admires Cleopatra's courage, even though she chose death rather than submission. He orders a royal burial for both Antony and Cleopatra, honoring their love and tragic end. Part 11. Themes and Lessons. Shakespeare's Antony and Cleopatra is more than a history play. It is a study of human emotions and power. 1. Love versus duty. Antony loves Cleopatra deeply, but his duty is to Rome. His struggle leads to his downfall. 2. Political ambition. Octavius represents cold, strategic ambition. He wins the war but lacks the passion of Antony. 3. Identity and culture. Rome is practical, disciplined, and political. Egypt is emotional, luxurious, and romantic. Antony is torn between these worlds. 4. Manipulation and miscommunication. Just like in Othello, misinformation leads to tragedy.
5. Honor and pride.
Antony and Cleopatra choose death over disgrace. Their pride shapes their fate. 6. The cost of greatness. Both rulers possess extraordinary qualities, but their flaws lead to destruction. These themes make the play meaningful even centuries later. Closing. This is the story of Antony and Cleopatra, a tale of grand passion and great empires, of love and loyalty, of pride and downfall. A reminder that power can shape nations, but emotions shape lives. Thank you for joining this exploration of one of Shakespeare's most powerful tragedies. May its lessons continue to inspire reflection, curiosity, and understanding.
Hi everyone, I am your white fairy friend. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and share it with your friends.